Myself Ayush Kabir. Today I am going to talk about macroeconomics. There are two major branches in economics. One is microeconomics and one is macroeconomics. I will be talking about macroeconomics. In short, microeconomics is the study of individual economic units of the economy, while macroeconomics is the study of the economy as a whole, its totality. There are two main schools of economic thought. These schools are classic economics and the Keynesian economics. Macroeconomics before Keynes is sometimes called classical economics. According to classical economics, an economy is a whole of the market which always functions at a level of full employment due to free play of market forces in a free economy. Supply creates its own demand, and this classical doctrine of automatic full employment was largely accepted until the early 1930s, when the Great Depression occurred. The Great Depression of 1929 to 1933 exploded the myth that an automatic working of market mechanisms would ensure an equilibrium level of income consistent with full unemployment of resources. There was a persistent fall in the level of output, income, and employment during the Great Depression, even though the United States and other Western countries were highly industrialized with well-developed basic industries, electric power, means of the transport and communication, banks, and other financial institutions. The classicals failed to explain the situation during the Great Depression. The birth of macroeconomics. In 1936, well-known British economist J.M. Keynes introduced his theory and wrote his famous book, The General Theory of Employment, Interest and Money, which birthed the Keynesian Revolution. The second primary school of the economic thought, Keynes criticized the classical assumption of full employment and developed modern macroeconomics, economic theory that attempts to connect money supply, employment, business cycles, and government policy. The incentive for the development of modern macroeconomics came from the Great Depression of the early 1930s. Macroeconomics addresses the desire to control business cycles in advancing economics and the need to develop backward economics. The meaning of macroeconomics is the study of the aggregates and averages the entire economy. It's the part of the economy theory which studies the economy in its totality, or in macroeconomics we study the individual economics units like a household, a firm, or an industry. However, in macroeconomics we study the whole economic system like national income, total savings and investment, total unemployment, total demand, total supply, general price level. We study how these aggregates and averages of economy as a whole are determined and what causes fluctuations in them. The aim of the study is to understand the reason for the fluctuations and to ensure the maximum level of employment and income in a country. In other words, microeconomics is the study of individuals, trees, whereas macroeconomics is the study of forest as a whole. Macroeconomics is also known as the theory of income and employment, since the subject matter of macroeconomics revolves around the determination of the level of employment and income. At the time of Great Depression, the government participation through monetary and fiscal measures in the economy increased considerably. Since the study of millions of individual economic units, it's almost impossible. Macroeconomics provides tools for the assessment of the economic policy. Macro policies make it possible to control inflation and deflation and moderate violent booms and recession. Thank you.